Hey there guys, sorry about the weird angle here. I just wanted to show you some stuff and because I have an idea that I think might be useful to people. First of all, say hello to my little friend. And say hello to his bigger friend. And of course you can't see any of that because, well, this thing happens to be like 5 feet long. But, oh, for all the safety Nazis out there, completely empty. Come on, really? A little on the stiff side there. So, anyway, the reason I have these out is, what is the one thing that is not on these long guns that I have here? Give you 5 seconds to figure it out. Time's up. They don't have any mounting points for a sling. Right? This one, especially, is designed to fold down into its stock. This U.S. survival rifle. See? So, you know, when you're hunting, or what have you, we usually go target shooting. Do you just carry your rifle all day long? Because this bad boy, I'm not sure, but weighs over 5 pounds. So, yeah, that'll be a little cumbersome. Especially after you shoot it. Because these things like to leave bruises. Well, you can probably get a sling mount put on, and then you can either buy yourself a sling. They're like $30, but you have to go through, get it tapped and everything. And well, what are you going to put on it? I mean, a 22 could probably go with one of these, a pretty good size paracord sling, but that gets heavy. That thing throws your aim off pretty good. You have what would be more of a professional model, but again, for these you'd have to get tapped. Well, I'm going to show you something that might save you a little bit of money and a little bit of hassle. See this stuff? This nylon strap you can pick up probably about 45 cents a foot anywhere. Decent stuff. I mean, it's easy to work with. Definitely worth your time. Because I want to show you how to make your own sling for one of these that is not only low profile, but will fit any rifle or shotgun. And I even make mine adjustable because I want this thing to have as low a profile as possible because it's already got a crap ton of tactical stuff to make it useful for me. So, anyway, you can go to the store, buy some of this. It's, or, if you're like me, I have a chair that never gets put in this bag. Ever. Never, ever, 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 ever. And we have a nylon strap. So we're gonna do this. Please stand by. Alright, now we got that. See? Same nylon strap. Cool thing is this one's already bent over and where we pretty much need it. You're also going to want about 6 to 8 feet of paracord. And when I say 6 to 8 feet, I mean about 2 strands of 4 to 3 feet. So we will do this. So for this, you're going to need a knife or scissors. Maybe some motion sickness medicine if you're watching this video. And okay. I'm trying to find my lighter. Need to light these things up. Actually just melting down the tips. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to be altering them later. Son of a... Alright. Get this one. And I will have to rescue that piece before the cat does. Paracord is always a risky move. Alright, so we has our paracord here. What you're going to want to do with your said paracord is on one end, I'd say about half of it. So go halfway up. Right here. And you know, it doesn't really have to be perfect. You're just going to make a loop. Really? Sorry guys, this is hard to do looking through a camera lens. Alright. Got one. Yeah, that's looking about right. 2. Doesn't have to be perfect. Depends on how you want it to look. You can even make it fancier than this if you wish. I'm just doing this for instructional purposes, so it's not gonna get too fancy on you. Right. And take your handy kniff. And cut your finger out, that thing. Yeah, I don't like where I cut that. Alright, good thing I have this thing as a disposable table. Though it's an antique desk, I should really get it restored. But I'm making a sling because I'm poor as crap, so I don't think I can really afford to get it restored. See if it lit on fire. Come on. I know it sounds silly, but you kind of want this thing on fire. It'll melt down. And yes, it is petroleum based, so it should catch fire before too long. Goodness gracious. Then you're going to flatten it down. Lick your finger and try and get it smoothed down as much as possible. Alright, so that's one end. Alright, now that we got our ends put together, which we really should have done last, because, you know, I'm an idiot and I showed you backwards, but we'll do this the other way, because it might work just as well. You know, you can sew these because they're pretty easy to sew. But I am lazy and impatient, so the reason I suggested having nylon strap is because it melts into itself very easily. Forgive any heavy breathing, I'm going to have to get in close to this thing. Pass it back and forth to get an even burn. And this stuff will catch on fire pretty quickly. But you're going to want to melt it really well, because that may have been a bad burn. You know, not myself, it didn't burn my finger much. But of course I'm experienced at doing this, so you may want to take a different tack than I do. But as you can tell, and especially scrunching it down with a knife works way better. But this gives you either a good sling itself, because even this monster, I use one of these slings and it holds very well. Or you can use it for the basis of a different sling. Now this one is actually full paracord, but you can easily build on top of it, kind of like this. Right. Stand by again. Alright, and this one I patted down with a knife. Now I didn't get as good of a burn on it as I wanted. Now I do want to apologize to you guys. This one I did in an unsafe manner only because I'm used to working with the stuff. And you know, as I was looking through this lens, I realized that I was showing you guys something that could have easily gone wrong. So please, if you're going to do this, make sure you melt no more than like maybe 1/4 of an inch or so, like between my thumbs there. You want to get that kind of molten, and please use a knife blade. That'll save you some burns. You have to do it fast because this stuff will catch fire real fast. So just, if you're going to do this, please be careful. Alright. Safety nonsense out of the way. So now you has a strap, but you only has a strap with 2 things on the end here. So what we're going to do is turn that. You'll want to make 1 loop around, and I always mix this up, but we'll do it this way. 1 loop down. And pull on this till you feel it tighten. If you feel it tighten, you're good. And what that does is it gives you kind of a noose. This is pretty long, and it's going to twist, unfortunately, but it's pretty long. And remember how we cut these ends? You're going to do the same thing here. But you got to be careful because you don't want it to melt into this one, because then it will have trouble moving. So, try to make sure you get about to there. and burn my fingers through this camera lens. Patience is a virtue, folks. I just never ended up getting virtues, I guess. Alright. There's that. That's our stock side. That will be where you put it onto the stock. This side, you'll want to give it a little more room on this side because this will be your barrel. There's no reason to have a big barrel part on there. Because one, you're going to want your shoulder to rest against this part, not this part. So we'll do it the same way we did the last one. Up, over, and through. And pull. And again, that gives you a nifty little noose. And come on, get back into focus. So we can mess it up again. And ha! You guys should definitely be taking Dramamine if you're going to be watching this video. I got that one a little high. And these fumes are getting me a little high. So it's all working out. Not really. The fumes are awful. Do not breathe in the fumes. That plume of smoke, very bad for you. The stuff is full of toxic chemicals that you don't want to inhale. Alright. So, there you go. A sling for under $2 that should work for any rifle or long gun that you get. And just to have some kind of proof to this thing, we're going to use the big boy. Right. Just so you can see, it's on there. It's moving all around. As long as you have these welds down pretty good, you're not going to have a problem with any of these straps. And you can do so many variants with them. Like I said, you can cover them in paracord. This is the one that goes to the, what I call the negotiator here. I want them to hear the rack of the round first before they hear the bang. That way it negotiates a little bit. But see, I even attached this one to an adjuster. So when I have the gun put up, I can knock my audience around a little more. But see, it only extends to there, so you have a nice little compact sling. And yes, I do have one for the Henry. And yes, his name is Henry. Yes, I name my guns. So what? But He has one too. I just don't remember where it's at right at the moment. I'll find it. Goes upstairs. It goes up, but basically all it does is it works with the same premise, but I just wrap it around here when it's all inside the stock. But anyway, hopefully that shows you how to make your own slings for if you get a cheap rifle and can't really afford all the accessories you need. I'll be coming back with you later with a new idea, I hope. So, bye.